All right, it's time for the final statement to know who will knock out or who will be progressing to the quarterfinal of the UEFA Champions League. I know so many people are expecting a magical comeback in this second leg. So do I. I mean, I expect so many teams to do a magical great comeback in this game. Right? Let's start with the teams that lost woefully in the first leg. Starting with Chelsea. I mean, they lost 5 goals to 2 to PSG in France. And we are looking at them to make a very big, great comeback, which they have done so in past, years in the Champions League, right? But looking at the legs, looking at the mentality of this Jan Rosino team, I don't see that happening. Look at the weekend game in the Premier League against Newcastle. Let's not look at the result. Looking at the performance in that game from Chelsea team, I'm not expecting a win at the Stamford Bridge against PSG. Talk less of qualification. Right? But if they can come up with a new mentality, a new style of play against Paris Saint-Germain, anything can happen, right? And again, Tottenham Hotspur, I'm not expecting anything from Tottenham Hotspur against Atletico Madrid. I think it's the end of the road for them in the Champions League. 5 goals to 2, and I don't see them even winning in Spain, right? Pep Guardiola, Manchester City. Another thing that was disappointing in the Premier League, 1-1 against West Ham. But I know all focus and mind is on that return leg against Real Madrid. They lost 3 goals to nothing. And I see Pep Guardiola, Manchester City, doing a very great thing. Putting a very big fight against Real Madrid, right? But I don't see them qualifying. But I see them winning Real Madrid in this return second leg. They have already made a mess in that first leg, losing 3 goals to nothing. It's a very big mountain for them to climb. Barcelona, right? I hope you are watching Newcastle against Chelsea in the Premier League, right? Newcastle is well prepared. They rested all their midfield against Chelsea just to play Barcelona in this return leg. It will be a very big fight at Spain in Camp Nou. I see a lot of Barcelona fans coming out to talk about how difficult it is to play Barcelona at Camp Nou. How Barcelona has not lost or even draw a game in the Camp Nou. I don't know how true is this, but I don't see Newcastle crumbling at Camp Nou. That's so woefully, right? Newcastle will give it a fight at Camp Nou, and I see them. I see them also joining at Camp Nou. So Barcelona, don't go and lose guard. Newcastle is not a team to play with, right? We are here. We watch that game, right? We see what will happen. And then they slot Liverpool with this leg I saw against Tottenham Hotspur. A very poor Tottenham Hotspur this season. Tottenham Hotspur that every single team is beating, and you cannot be able to win them. You give excuse that you have a Champions League game to play. So Tottenham, they also have a Champions League game to play, and you could not win. How can you manage to win against Victor Osimhen Galatasaray? See, I also see Liverpool losing that game again, because looking at the way, the mentality of that team, I don't see them, putting anything against Galatasaray, right? As well as Barcelona. I go see them.
Humbacker. You are coming, Newcastle. You are coming to meet us.
And obviously, Atlanta is not making it to the quarterfinal. It's a one-way traffic for Bayern Munich, and as well as Bordeaux, a team that has impressed me so far in the Champions League. Sporting is not coming back from this. That 3-0 loss in the first leg is done and dusted for them. I am looking forward to see the team that they will pair with that Bordeaux. Fantastic team. The underdog of the Champions League game. I really want them to reach the final or semi-final of this Champions League.